Hi, this is Clay Keller here with you. We're going to cover today little known secrets of instant push button states of excellence and performance. We got Chris here today and he's going to help us out. What we're going to do for this instant push button performance is first we're going to have Chris go ahead and he's going to think of a scenario that has been effective for him. So he's going to think of something that has helped him out because he could have been stressed out, he could have had issues prior, and what he's going to do is he's going to be able to change that. So go ahead and think of a certain time or situation that you might have been stressed out. And you can call it X if you want. Okay, and if that situation makes you stressed out, on a scale of 1 to 10, how does it make you feel? 10 being the worst stress. It can be a pretty good one. 8. Ooh, so 8. That's 8 out of 10. That's pretty dang high. So we'll call it X. Okay. Now what we're going to do for this push button state of being is we're going to have him go ahead and I'm going to have you think of now of a time that you did something that was really enjoyable. The one that you told me about in Montana. Mm-hmm. So go ahead and think about that time, and we'll call that guitar. Okay, mm-hmm. And you can just tell everyone a little bit about it if you feel comfortable with it, or you can just call it guitar. Just call it guitar. Okay, cool. So we're just going to call it guitar, and pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to have him think of a time that he really enjoyed himself. He felt good. He enjoyed good, and so we're just going to call it guitar. So we're going to have you think of guitar. Okay. So first off, what we're going to have him do is we're going to have him start to develop a physical proximity, a physical base for this. And so what he's going to do now is he's going to demonstrate the first part of it where he's going to draw the circle on the ground. So go ahead and do that now. See him drawing the circle on the ground there. Good. And then after he draws a circle on the ground, now what he's going to do is he's going to bring his hands up in front of him to about the same, there you go, about the same distance as the circle he drew on the ground. Because now what he's going to do is he's going to infuse it like it's an entire sphere, an entire tube that he's going to infuse, a pillar of energy and power. And so what he's going to do now is go ahead and breathe in through your nose and go ahead and close your eyes. And he's going to breathe in through his nose and breathe out through his mouth. And as he's doing this, he's going to develop the energy. He's going to breathe in through the nose, filling the belly full of air, breathe out through the mouth, and he's going to visualize he's pulling energy into the body with his breath through every pore, and he's going to breathe out, and it's going to generate energy into that pillar that he built. Now, not just any energy, he's going to visualize the energy is coming down through his arms and into his hands as he breathes out, but he's going to visualize that he's literally using that energy from that memory. So now go ahead and think about the memory of guitar and visualize that you're putting that in there, developing and building that, making it bigger, making it bolder. There you go, just like that. Making it bigger, making it bolder. Keep making it bigger, making it bolder. Good. And once you can see that picture of you in that scenario with guitar, and you can hear the sounds of the strings strumming, and you can step in, but first you're going to feel it, and you're going to feel it, you're going to see it in your mind's eye, you're going to see that picture of you with the guitar. And you can feel it as your fingers touch it, as you're still doing it, with that Chris that's in there, that's in that pillar right now. And you can feel it building. You see it crisp, clear colors, make detail. You see everything that you see. You feel everything that you feel in front of you, like you're watching a movie. All the details, folks, all the details. And we keep developing that, putting in energy, using the breath, putting all your senses in there. See what you saw when you remember it. Feel what you felt. Put it all in there. The hearing, the things, the texture you felt when you were strumming the guitar strings. What you heard, the sounds of the instrument, the sounds of everything that were around you, how it felt. Put all that into there. All that into that advanced, amazing, wonderful version. That scene that you're revivifying, you're energetically putting it back into this pillar of light and energy. And once it's fully there, you're going to go ahead and step in. Once everything's vibrant and the energy's radiant, you can see that version of you in front of you playing the guitar. Everything's fully detailed. Step in, good. Now, every breath in pulls that scenario into you, pulls that energy of you into you, pulls it in there, feeling it building, feeling it developing. Every breath in builds it up. Keep allowing it to build. Keep allowing it to grow. Good. Every breath in pulls it into the body. Every breath out spreads it and radiates through every single cell. Every single cell. Feel it. Feel it grow. Feel it develop. Feel it build. Just like that. Keep it going. Every breath in pulls more, and every breath out radiates it through your whole body. Even better, even brighter, even bigger, even bolder. Feel it grow, feel it grow, feel it grow. And when it gets to its zenith, when it gets to its peak, this is where we're going to do the push button activation for that state of being. So for you, we're going to have you take your right hand and grab the left wrist. Good. This is going to set the scenario up, folks. And now, as it's at its zenith, as it's at its peak, you hear, you feel, you experience this state that you were in before that was in your mind, this wonderful state that was in the past. You squeeze and hold the wrist a little tighter. And let it build and let it saturate and let it grow. And you squeeze and hold the wrist more. And you keep building it. And you keep letting it grow. And you squeeze the wrist even more. And you let it grow and you let it build and you squeeze the wrist even more. That's right. Keep it going. And squeeze and hold. Developing this anchor. Developing this amazing tool. Feel everything that you felt as it radiates through your whole cells. Breathing in, pulling in more of this energy from the pillar of light. Breathing out, it spreads throughout every cell of your being, making it brighter and brighter, like a light bulb growing brighter and brighter. Just like that. Good. And once it's at its peak, that's when you squeeze a little harder and hold, and squeeze a little harder and hold. Good. Now go ahead and release the hand and step out of the pillar of light and energy. Good. Now, how'd that feel?
Nice, comfortable.
Very comfortable. Very nice. It's cool, isn't it? So what'd you eat for breakfast this morning?
Granola bar, coffee.
Granola bar and coffee. Okay. So some things we got to work on, but that's okay. Awesome. Okay, now what we're going to do is let's put more energy back into that. So go ahead and step up, develop the energy into that sphere again, making it bigger and brighter this time, even better than it was before. Good, just like that. Bigger, brighter, bolder, more energy from that scene. Everything that you see, everything that you felt, develop it, revivify it right there in front of you. Just like a movie, just like another one of you. You hear the guitar playing even better than last time. You see and feel it even better than last time. You make it grow richer, brighter, bolder, better than last time. There you go. Brighter and bigger and bolder and feels better and it sounds better and it looks better. More energy into there. And once it sounds and looks and feels better, you go ahead and step into that pillar. Good. Good. And now he steps into the pillar where he just put that energy, and now you're going to breathe in. Pull it all into every cell of your body. Breathe out, and it radiates and magnifies out through your entire being. Your entire structure, your entire cells, everything. All the way down to the smallest molecular level. So you're going to build it up and let it keep growing, revivifying. Remember that moment, and it's even brighter, and it's even bolder, and it's even bigger, and you keep growing, and you keep developing, you keep growing, you keep developing, and you make it bigger and brighter and bolder than it ever was before. 5 times the original experience, and you just keep making the color brighter. Everything looks better when you're in there with your mind's eye. Everything sounds better when you're playing with guitar. Everything feels better, feels more happy, feels more relaxed. Make those emotions expand and radiate out you like you're almost like you're your own sun, and you're radiating out those wonderful feelings of peace and relaxation and enjoyment. And then once you get to where it's at its zenith, it's at its apex of the feeling where it's 5 times better than ever was before, go ahead and nod your head. Good. Now once again, same thing. Have the right hand grab the left wrist. And squeeze and hold and let it magnify through you. And squeeze and hold and let it magnify through you. Keep squeezing. Keep holding. Let it grow even more. 5 times, 10 times, 15 times more than it was before. And it radiates out of you, out of every cell of your being. Radiates and grows and expands and develops more and more and more. And squeeze a little harder and hold. And squeeze a little harder and hold. Really get it down into your neurophysiology. Good. And really feel it. Really feel it. Really feel it. Good. And once you really, 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 really feel it, you know you're on the right track. Good. Now go ahead and let go of your wrist. And take a step back out of the pillar of power there. Good, and open your eyes. How did that feel?
Makes the memory better.
Makes the memory better. Do you want to explain to folks how and you don't have to go into super detail if you don't want to, but how does it make the memory feel better?
Well, it's easier just to kind of put yourself in that position and remember more things going on than just what you actually remember.
Absolutely. So you can, it's almost like taking one gold bar and melting another one on top of it, making it even bigger and better, right? And that's okay, right? Excellent. So this last time, let's go ahead and do that again. Okay, so let's generate into that pillar of light and energy that you originally created. And I want you to make it bigger this time. Breathing in through the nose, having the energy coming through every pore of your body that you're visualizing, breathing out and having it go into the hands. A wonderful, vibrant, golden, healthy energy going into making that you that's in front of you bigger and brighter and bolder, more rich, more detailed, more developed. All these wonderful things that you can feel, that you can experience. The sounds of the guitar in the room that was around you when you were in that experience, make it better and brighter. Sounds the sweetest thing you ever heard. The feelings of it feels so good. The strumming of the guitar, the fingers, the movement, the emotional content. Put all that energy into it. Feels good. Bigger, brighter, happier, more wonderful, more experienced. Really put that in there, because that's the key, folks. Here we're adding in some of the qigong techniques, some of the energy generation, and so that you get to generate this energy of this thought form in front of you, and you get to make it bigger and better and bolder, and use that tool for anything you desire. Now, once it's big and bright and bold, and it's 10 times bigger than it ever has been before, you go ahead and step into that pillar of light. Good. Now, once you're there, now what I want you to do is breathe in, pull it in from every part of your being in that pillar of light. You pull it into all your cells, down to your entire physiology, your entire structure, all the way down to your DNA, pulling it all the way in. Every breath out expands it out and lets it radiate through your entire being, your entire body. 10, 15, 20 times greater than ever was before. See the colors even more clear in your mind's eye now that you stepped into that, Chris, and you can see it through the eyes, and you can experience it, and you can feel the feelings and the sounds of the guitar and the feeling, the emotions that you have. It feels so good. It feels so wonderful. Stack those positive emotions up 10, 15, 20 times greater. Let them just keep growing like a wellspring as you breathe throughout your whole body. Experience it completely and totally. And once you're there, go ahead and once again have the hand grab the wrist. Good. He's got the right hand grabbing the left wrist. And when you're at that zenith, that apex, you squeeze and you hold. and you squeeze and you hold. And so you just keep squeezing a little tighter and holding a little longer, and that's building it into your neurophysiology. We're really, literally creating a Pavlovian response here. An instant state, an instant wonderful state of being that's a push button that you can trigger anytime you want. Anytime you want. So you squeeze and hold, and squeeze and hold, and squeeze and hold, harder and harder and better, more and more, and it revivifies it, makes everything just expand up 50 times greater than it ever has before. Sights and sounds and feelings, and it expands, and you feel it just as you're a wellspring spreading throughout your entire body, your tightest state of being. Once you're there now, and you feel that it's totally just amazing experience, go ahead and release the wrist. Good, now step back out of that pillar of light. Good, and open your eyes and turn face the camera a little bit. Excellent. So, you ever had a time that you experienced, like you talked about earlier, that felt like crap? It can make you anxious or nervous or not feel good? And you said it was an 8, right? Mm-hmm. Think about that time now. Got it? Okay. Feels like an 8, right? It sucks. Mm-hmm. Now, what I want you to do is now we're going to activate that instant push button state of being for excellence. Okay? So go ahead and have that right hand grab that left wrist now. Good. So he's having his right hand grab his left wrist. Good. And as you do that, breathe in a couple times and breathe out. And breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Good. How are you starting to feel?
More relaxed.
Excellent. More relaxed. So before it was an 8 or 10. How do you feel now? The anxiety was 8 or 10?
About 2.
About 2.
When I think about the situation.
30 seconds or less, and it's already down to 2. Keep doing it. Let it expand. Just keep feeling. And notice how it's even less. The stress in the stomach, the tension's less. I'm watching the breathing, the chest is more relaxed. You're not clenching your jaw like you were before. There's not pressure around your temples from stress. How's it feel now? Pretty much down to nothing, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. I love that. So in essence, he just created, with my help, an instant push button system for success, for a wonderful state of being. Right there, right now. Why don't you tell them a little bit about how you feel and what you think about learning this instant push-button state of being for success?
It seems pretty easy to get back to, calm self and all that, and realizing that the situation that wasn't what you were putting inside that pillar isn't such a big deal.
Absolutely. Is there anything that you couldn't use this for in your life for making better and happier during stressful times?
I can't really say.
Kind of the limit, huh?
Yeah.
So what we just covered is the instant push button system for states of being to improve. You can improve happiness, health, vitality, energy. You can program anything into it. It's literally just a matter of picking an anchor, like for instance, we had his right hand grab his left wrist, but you can do anything. I've got people that will put 3 fingers together, 2 fingers together, or they'll tilt their head a certain position. The sky's literally the limit here, folks. And the neat thing is, 1 is okay, but here's the thing, 1 gold bar is good, but can you imagine having 2 gold bars or 3 gold bars? So you can keep stacking them up. So what you can do is you can find another similar positive state that puts you in another similar good emotion, and then you can literally use the same anchor like he used his right hand on his left wrist, and you can do that, and you can literally start stacking other positive things on there and make it even better and bigger and have your entire, from 1 gold bar to an entire Fort Knox of good stuff. You keep stacking them on as you do different rounds. Do 3 rounds minimum. 3 rounds minimum a day. And have each round, last anywhere from 30 seconds to up to 5 minutes. And do that 1 to 3 times a day minimum. And after about a week or 2, go ahead and start adding new ones in, other positive ones that want to be able to saturate and expand your experience for your instant push button state of being in excellence. And so you can do that and start stacking them on and stacking them on and stacking them on. And if every week or two you start with a new one and you keep stacking, adding it to, the sky's the limit. You will have your entire Fort Knox of success that is literally at your fingertips instantly and easily. And let me tell you folks, the more you do it, the easier it gets. The more you do it, the more the neurology becomes a habit, and you get what's known as a Pavlovian response, which means it starts to become instantly programmed in for success anytime, anywhere you want. Thanks for letting us share that with you folks.